Now, I'd like to introduce our guest, Bill Hawthorne. Bill and I have a past of having the chance to work together when he was in a chief diversity officer role. So he comes to this work both as a law trained professional and somebody who's done DEI professionally. And then we've had the chance to stay connected through the years. So, Bill, thanks so much for joining us today.
Hi, Chuck. Hopefully I'm unmuted, but can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that kind introduction, Chuck. It's my absolute pleasure to be here.
It's an honor to have you here on the episode, Bill. Tell us a little bit about your work in the past, and maybe a little bit about your story. How did you come to DEI work and inclusive leadership?
Yeah, sure, Chuck. So I will try to make a long story bearable. We only have
we got time, I swear.
time here. Well, I'll start by saying that DEI is something that I was sort of born having a great and deep interest in as a child and as a teenager, and certainly as a college student at Morehouse College, and the law student at. I was the president of Black Student Association, et cetera. So even prior to my professional life, Chuck, DEI, before it became a thing, an acronym, was something that I was particularly focused on. I left law school and joined then Federated, which turned into Macy's some years later, as a lawyer, as a corporate lawyer. Went up through the ranks at Macy's. As a lawyer, my last legal position there was a deputy GC, where I had legal responsibility for most legal affairs east of the Mississippi River and all the divisional activity that occurred within the company. Around 2008 or so, Chuck, I was asked by the then CEO to think about moving into a newly created Chief Diversity Officer role. It was an officer level role that was envisioned, an SVP level role that was envisioned, and it would be a role that would be responsible for developing a holistic strategic plan that cut across all functions in the organization and would be responsible for executing on that plan enterprise-wide. I had some reservations about stepping off the legal track, Chuck, into the CDO role. I thought, one day I might be a judge or attorney general or some, ultimate position in the legal profession. But decided that, if not me, who, and accepted the call to action and pivoted from a legal position over to the CDO role at Macy's. I operated in that role. I have to say that with a fair amount of success over the years. I saw that in the New York Times on Sunday, a huge initiative that was announced by Macy's, $30 million to support capital for minority and women-owned businesses, was really an initiative that was under consideration, believe it or not, when I was there in 2008. So I was happy to see that initiative finally get some traction. I left Macy's in 2008 to join the mayor's office in Atlanta as her chief equity officer. That was a very interesting role, but the similarity being that the goal of the role was designed to close equity gaps that exist in municipalities, police reform, food access, sustainability, these kinds of opportunity areas. I remained in that role, Chuck, for a year and a half, whereupon I stepped out to set up a consultancy called Inclusent in July of 2020. If you could imagine what situation that we were in as an organization and as a company in 2020 of July, you understand kind of the environment that was really the impetus for us to set up our consultancy that was goal to partner with CEOs and C-suites who were dedicated to achieving optimal success in the workplace and marketplace through DEI. And that's what I've been doing since July of 2020, and it's been a great ride. We've been really happy and impressed with the small portfolio, small but very committed portfolio of clients that we have who are dedicated to DEI and dedicated to achieving success in the workplace and marketplace through DEI.